Hey, what's up, YouTube? Bloodspawn here, aka Dave Stotler. I'm back from Monster Mania 24, the best convention ever. This is definitely the largest turnout for a Monster Mania I've ever been at, probably ever in the 10 years of doing this. 10th year anniversary. Dave Hagen, the guy that puts it all together, promised a huge show, and it definitely was. So much stuff to talk about. I'm going to try to keep the stories to a minimum. Only kind of like the highlights. There's a shitload to tell. There always is when I get back from one of these, but I'll just stick to the normal one. So, did manage to grab the program for my binder. Monster Mania 24. Nice artwork there. And for the celebrities that we met, first up, these are all the people that I met on Friday. I'm going to try to keep this in like a timeline thing. So first up is Scott Wilson, who plays Herschel in The Walking Dead. This is a picture of me and him. And another picture of my son and him. And I got him to sign, of course, my Walking Dead poster. And he signed it right there. It says, "When Christ promised a resurrection of the dead, I just thought he meant something a little different." Scott Wilson. So awesome inscription I picked out, of course. He was really, he said he really liked that inscription. I figured that was probably one of his better ones. Really nice guy, just like Herschel in the show. Next up, Vincent Ward. He played Oscar on the show. Again, really nice guy. He's a big dude, real tall. Didn't expect that one. It was pretty cool. I think it was a second day VIP party, something like that. He saw us and he's like, "Big Dave and Little Dave," because that's how when I go to him, I said, instead of saying, "Hey, my name's this," and my son's name, it's just Big Dave and Little Dave. My son thought that was pretty cool that he actually remembered that the very next day and called us out. Like we looking around like, who the hell just called it? And it's Vincent Ward. So here's a picture of me and him, and a picture of my son with him. And he signed my Walking Dead poster, and he signed it right there. To David, you do what you got to do. Vincent Ward, Oscar, TWD, The Walking Dead. So that was awesome. Next up is Lou Temple, who played Axel in The Walking Dead. He was also in Rob Zombie's Halloween, and he was also in Devil's Rejects. I got him to sign all three of those posters. He's freaking amazing. Really cool guy. I actually talked to him about the TTM community. And shout out to Prime, Ultimus Prime. He actually remembered you. I guess he's probably recently got something from you. I was talking to him about the community in a whole, and the fact that I had actually sent to him and got him back before The Walking Dead on Rob Zombie's Halloween stuff like that. And I said, then I sent stuff to you from The Walking Dead. He's like, "I signed it all for you, right?" And he wrote inscription stuff, and I talked to him about how we like inscriptions, and he said, "Yeah, I usually send him back like a little letter or thank you letter." And I was like, "Yeah, we love that too." And he just out of nowhere, he's like, "Yeah, I just got Prime," and he was trying to remember, and I was like, "I know that guy. He's freaking a really awesome, cool friend of mine." So shout out to Prime. Lou Temple remembers you. He signed my Devil's Rejects poster. Figure out where he is. Right here. To David, please, Mister. This is insane. Lou Temple, character name, and then whatever the heck little drawing that is. But that's cool. He signed the Walking Dead poster right here. All this right here. It says, "To David, God damn it, I don't want to bum the freak out." Character name, Lou Temple. And then he signed the Walking Dead poster. And Lou signed it right here. "To David, my. This is interesting. You follow me? Axel, Lou Temple." So really awesome. You follow me? He always says that. Next up is Kylie Seismansky. She played Penny, the governor's daughter. Really crucial walker in the show. One of the few walkers that have a story behind them, or at least talked about or named specifically. She was really nice. The Q&A, the things she was responding to questions and stuff was just really cute. She's a really young actress. Here's a picture of me and her, and a picture with my son and her. And I just messed up, so we'll go, here's a picture of me with Lou Temple, and a picture with my son and Lou Temple. Alright, so now back to Kylie Szymanski. She signed my Walking Dead poster. And I told her with the walkers, I usually just let them kind of wing what they want to sign. You can just sign name and character. Or, I told her about the one guy that he was a walker, Laurie Holden. Andrea stabbed him in the eye with a screwdriver, and he signed it like, "Hey Dave, can I borrow a screwdriver," or something. So she said, "How about this?" And then she signed it. Okay, Kylie signed it right there. Kylie Szymanski, Penny, and it says, "Stay away from Michonne, XOXO." That's really awesome. As we know, Michonne killed her, put the katana right through her forehead. That was awesome. So next up, I met Tyler Mane, who played Sabretooth in X-Men, Michael Myers in Rob Zombie's Halloween. He was also in The Devil's Rejects. Here's a picture with me and him. A picture with my son and him. And he was a really nice guy. Big, huge dude. Just really, really nice. Real humble. I got him to sign 2 posters for me. He signed the Rob Zombie's Halloween. And he signed it right there. He just signed the signature. He plays Michael Myers, so obviously no quotes or anything. So he just threw the signature on there, which I appreciate because it leaves room for other people. And he also signed the Devil's Rejects poster right there. There's his signature. And then Rufus is the character he played. Again, no inscriptions. He didn't have any quotes in the movie, so just name and character name, which is awesome. Next up is Jim Perrick. He played Hoyt in True Blood. Here's a picture with me and him. And a picture with my son and him. And he was really awesome, really nice guy. I had a Cowboys shirt on, and he's a Cowboys fan. Didn't know he's actually originally from Texas. He was making fun of my son for wearing Eagle stuff. Really nice guy. Later in the Q&A, True Blood Q&A, he actually moved and is now teaching a group of students up in Philly. And he just said he found like a gold mine there. This group of kids. And he's actually directing, and he actually showed a movie trailer at the end of the Q&A for the movie, which looks pretty interesting. So he signed my True Blood poster. Really, really happy to add stuff to this poster because it's not every day I get to see the True Blood people. And he signed the poster right there. It says, "David, I don't know what you heard, but those were screams of pleasure. Jim Perrick," and then Hoyt down in parentheses. Next up is Janina Gavankar, True Blood one also. Here's a picture of me and her. And a picture with my son and her, and I'm jealous of the picture. Check it out. She was really, really, really nice. The Q&A, she was awesome, funny, kept it going, was joking and calling Jim Perrick out some stuff, talking about he used to be a rapper and stuff like that, and he does Jay-Z impressions. It was really, really funny. And she signed my True Blood poster. And she really liked the quote that I picked out for her. I told her, "Hey, it's a little long, so if you don't want to sign it, I understand." But she had no problem in it. And she signed it right there. And it says, "David, we should start picking off these moonshine drinking rednecks one by one. See how they fucking like it." Janina. So, awesome True Blood successes. Really love that poster. Wish I could have more on it. But the ones I have and the quotes I have are just freaking awesome. Next up, I met Bill Moseley. He's been in a shit ton of horror movies. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, the old ones, Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpses, Rob Zombie's Halloween, a ton of stuff. Here's a picture of me and him. and a picture with my son and him. And I got him to sign 2 things for me. Devil's Rejects, of course. That's him right in the middle. He plays Otis. And he signed it right here. To David, consider me Willy fucking Wonka. Bill Moseley, Otis. Awesome quote from the movie. And then he also signed my Rob Zombie's Halloween poster. Signed it right there. Bill Moseley, Trick or Treat Baby. Bill Moseley, Z-Man, which is the character name he plays. So really awesome. Actually got 2 signatures. Didn't notice that. Pretty cool. Next up is Catherine Isabel from Freddy vs. Jason and Ginger Snaps. I was really honestly blown away by her looks. Didn't expect that. She was pretty good looking in Ginger Snaps. A little bit in Freddy vs. Jason, but in person she was really awesome. Really nice, really cool. We actually ran into her in the hallway, and me and my son got stuck on the damn elevator. She was going up to a higher floor, but it would not let us push the button for ours. She was like apologizing like it was her fault and stuff. She was really cool. Here's a picture of me and her, and a picture with my son and her. And I got her to sign 2 items. Ginger Snap poster. That's her. That's her. And she signed it right over here. To David, suicide is like the ultimate fuck you. And then signed right there. It's a quote from the movie. And then, wow, another signature on the Freddy vs. Jason. Here is where she signed, right on the machete. It says, "What the fuck do you think?" Gib, character name, Catherine Isabel. Really awesome. She chose to do it there on the black because she thought it would show up, and it does. Because I'm really running out of this room. She didn't want to sign on Freddy's face. And there's really, another spot down here maybe. So I'm running out of room on this. And I also got a picture of her signing it. So here that is. All right, next up we got Jordan Ladd. She was in Cabin Fever, which is pretty much her big role. She was also had a smaller role in Hostel 2. Here's a picture with me and her. And she signed my Cabin Fever DVD right there. David, don't be a fucking retard. That was awesome. And she signed my Hostel 2 poster. And she signed it right here. To David, when are you going to tell Josh's mother what happened? Pleasure meeting you, Jordan Ladd. Really awesome. That was a quote from the movie. She's really only in the very beginning. When they had the guy from part 1 in it, and then he gets killed and stuff. She was his girlfriend. So that was cool. And then next up is Peter Mayhew, freaking Chewbacca from Star Wars. This one was different. For my son, it probably wasn't like a great experience because he's an old guy. He doesn't talk. He's sitting in a wheelchair. The agent would slide the thing under and have him sign it, move it, put the next one there, sign it. He takes pictures. He smiled. He'd thank you or something, but there was no real conversation. But for me, just being in the presence of the freaking Chewbacca, and understanding that he's an older guy, he's not going to be able to get up, stand up, shake hands, talk to you for 5-10 minutes. It's just not going to happen. Was amazing for me. Here's a picture with me and Peter Mayhew. Here's a picture with him and my son. And then we also got a picture of the 3 of us. And I got him to sign 4 Star Wars posters. I forgot where I think he signed them right where he is on them. So this is fine. There we go. This is the original Star Wars right there. There's Chewbacca, Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca. Really awesome. Next up, Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. He is over on that side. Right there, Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca. Next is Return of the Jedi. which he signed. Right there, Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca. And the last one is what I call the Star Wars Galaxy poster. It's the poster that has got all of the Star Wars characters on it. It was already signed right there by Dave Prowse, Darth Vader. And then he signed right above Chewie, Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca. So really, really awesome to get him. I know you can get them through the mail, website stuff, but the MP, the IP in person, actually being in the presence was overwhelming. So it was really awesome. Last one I picked up on Friday was Hannah Hall. She played Judith in Rob Zombie's Halloween, and she signed my Rob Zombie's Halloween poster. Here's a picture of me and her, and a picture with my son and her. And she signed the poster. Figure out where she signed. Right up here. Try to get it in there because this one's a funny one. Hopefully you can see that one. Right there, it says, Judith David, stop jerking off in there. Hannah Hall. Quote from the movie. Nothing personal. So that was awesome. She was pretty cool. I later saw her about 3 in the morning outside, stumbling drunk. Way to go, Hannah Hall. Nice partying. All right, so after that, we went to a VIP party. I had VIP pass for Carrie Fisher. She canceled, but Dave gave us a weekend pass for free, as well as still allowed us to go in the VIP party. I got pictures from both the cake cuttings. First off, they had a Jason cake. Here's a picture of it. Next up, they had Kane Hodder, who played Jason in four of the movies, I believe. Cut the cake, only he didn't cut it. He stabbed the shit out of it. Here's a picture of him stabbing the cake. And then Bill Moseley, he was in there. He actually cut the cake, not just stabbed it. He actually cut it into slices. But here's a picture of Bill Moseley and Kane Hodder looking at Kane's aftermath. And you can see the knife literally sticking like in the table in the cake. Then here's a picture of Bill Moseley actually slicing the slices. And he actually sat there and cut and put on a plate every damn piece of cake for everybody that wanted it. Probably 30 people came and got cake. He handed out to everyone. And at one, when he's done, he's got a piece of cake on a plate. He's going around the circle like, does anybody want this? Nobody wanted it. He put it on the table and he was done. Awesome, awesome guy. Next up, they had a Walking Dead cake. It was a zombie cake. I didn't get a picture of that cake. I don't know why. Sue me. But here is a picture of Denai Guerrera, Michonne, and Vincent Ward Oscar looking at the cake. And then here's a cool picture, Denai Guerrera. Now she wasn't, the Walking Dead people weren't in there when Jason did this, so it was just, again, on her own. But here's Denai, Michonne stabbing the zombie in the eye. And then here's a picture of her celebrating or smiling towards the crowd after stabbing it in the eye. And then Lou Temple actually cut that cake. So here's Axel cutting the cake. Then after that, they kind of hung out. Michonne was not feeling good on Friday, so she wasn't in there very long. But they did hang out just a little while to take some pictures. Did get some. Here's a picture of Vincent Ward and Scott Wilson. This is right after Herschel. Scott Wilson actually stuck his finger up the zombie's nose on the cake, pulls it out, got icing all over it, and then was eating it like he was eating, the shit out of a zombie's nose. And here's a picture of Denai Guerrera, Vincent Ward, Irony Singleton, Scott Wilson. Right after that happened, kind of like reactions. A picture of Scott Wilson, Herschel with 2 hotties. And then they all got together and did like a cast photo. Mine didn't turn out too good because I was a couple people back from it, but here's that picture. Then the VIP party officially kind of started. I got a picture of T-Dog on the dance floor with actually a friend of mine on YouTube, on Facebook and YouTube, Martha. Here's a picture. And T-Dog remained on the floor dancing with random chicks for, I don't know, an hour. Dude's sweating bullets, dancing, dancing, dancing. And we were kind of huddled, circled around him. And then Youngblood finally got out there and busted some moves, impressed the hell out of a lot of people. T-Dog was out there dancing. He was impressed. He came over and talked to me about it. And then, I don't know, he'd come off the floor. Then my son go back out there a little later. At one point, T-Dog points to him, tells him to come back out and stuff. And it was really, really awesome for the both of us to see that. So on Saturday was just kind of like the people that weren't there on Friday. It was a bad scenario that almost happened with Denai. We stood in line for a couple hours. Then they decided that she wasn't feeling good. They had already cut off photos with her, so you were only going to get the autograph. And then they came out and said, all right, only the people that are here tonight only. Even the people at the end of the line. You know, we've been in line. There are people been in line like 3 or 4 hours. You know, I've only been there probably about an hour and a half, 2. Now we weren't going to get her because we had weekend passes, and there was like, you know, the whole try again tomorrow thing. So we started. I mean, it was literally almost a riot. And then they went down and talked to Dave, and then Dave, of course, gets pissed because somebody made that judgment call without him. So they decided to give the remainder of us that stuck around to argue and stuff tickets for the next day to put us ahead of the line, but right behind the VIPs. So on Saturday, I wake up, go up there, present my little ace of spades, and they put me, and I was 4th after the VIP. Now, the benefit of this was if I would have gotten her the night before, I wouldn't have got a picture with her. Saturday morning, she's feeling a lot better. It's right early, boom. There's only been maybe 50 VIPs coming in. So here I am, 3rd or 4th in line. She did pictures with us. So here's a picture with me and her, and a picture with my son and her. And she was really, really nice. I actually, as she signed my stuff, I joked with her. I said, hey, could you read what Kylie wrote? And she read the watch out for Michonne quote. And she literally laughed out loud. It was hilarious. She was really, really sweet. She also talked to my son for a little bit. But really awesome. She signed my Walking Dead poster. Again, a quote that I picked out. And again, she commented on how great the quote was. And hers is right up there. Kind of see it. And she wrote, people with nothing to hide don't usually feel the need to say so. Denai Guerrera, Michonne. Really, really happy to get that one. Next up, I met Tyler Labine. He played Dale in Tucker and Dale versus Evil. If you have not seen that movie, you have to freaking see it. If you're a fan of horror, comedy, the spoof movies like Scary Movie and those movies, you'll love this freaking movie. And he was such a nice guy and incredibly humorous. His Q&A was funny as hell. Here's a picture with me and him, and a picture with my son and him. And I got him to sign my Tucker and Dale versus Evil poster right there. And he signed it in gold. It looks freaking awesome. And it says, to David, you want a killer hillbilly? I'll show you a killer hillbilly. Him sign it. And then Dale at the bottom. That's a quote from the movie. Really happy with that one. Then next up, almost done, Billy D. Williams, freaking Lando Calrissian from Star Wars. Another one that was awesome. Another older guy, real quiet. He's like a germaphobe, so no touching. You can't touch him. You can't shake his hand. Nothing. But really cool. He would like at least talk to you if you said, yeah, hey, man, thanks a lot for doing the films. I'm a big fan. Whatever, he'd thank you. It was pretty cool. Here's a picture with me and him. And a picture with my son and him. And he signed 3 posters for me because he wasn't in the original Star Wars. But he did sign the rest. And I had quotes and he signed them. I was kind of worried about that being he's an older guy that I had quotes, but he did sign them. They came out awesome. Right there, this one says, while you slimy double-crossing, so I can't read the rest. And good-for-nothing swallower, or swandler, that's it. Billy D. Williams, Lando. Next up should be Return of the Jedi. And this one, he signed. He's actually a big art on here. There he is. He signed that one right there. And this one says, "That shot came from the Death Star. That thing's operational." Billy D. Williams, Lando, from that movie. And then he signed my Star Wars Galaxy poster. And this one, I just have him do name and character. Billy D. Williams, Lando. So this thing's now triple signed. Billy D. Williams, Peter Mayhew, David Prowse. That's awesome. The other Star Wars posters will get signed by David Prowse the next time I meet him, which should be coming up soon. And then the last one is Laurie Holden, Andrea from The Walking Dead. She was amazing. She was not a lot nicer than the first time I met her, more talkative and stuff. The only bad thing about it was they had the damn professional photo ops. So she cut off. There's no photos. She was the only celebrity to do this. Some of the celebrities did charge for a photo, like $10 for a photo, even when you did buy an autograph, which is kind of against Monster Mania. They don't do that. But some of them did, and I was expecting that because of the photo ops. And I can't blame them. Why give something away for free when you can send them over here and make $40 off of it? So the fact that even some of them still gave free and some of them, you know, gave photos for $10, it was still better than going down there and paying $40, $50, $60 for her. She was the only one where no photos whatsoever unless you go pay for the photo op. But I got her to sign 2 items. She signed my Silent Hill movie poster. There's my favorite characters, the lovely nurses. And she signed it right there. I didn't have a quote, and she actually was sitting there like brainstorming, thinking for like 2 minutes of a quote for me. And she put, "What the fuck is going on?" Quote from the movie. Then boom, Laurie Holden. And she also signed my Walking Dead poster. This one she did not come up with a quote, and I had them picked out, but then I heard she'd canceled, but then she made it to where she could come. So she signed this one right there. To David, all my best, Laurie Holden, Andrea. So cool, it's still got my name, still got the character name, so awesome. And that is it. That's all the celebrities I met. I do have a couple more pictures to show. I went to the True Blood Q&A. Here's 2 photos from that. The Tyler Labine Q&A, 2 more photos from that. The Walking Dead Q&A was awesome. It was really, really cool. Michael Rooker is a freaking blast at those things. He almost talks almost every time I ask a question, even if it was for somebody else. And him and Denai Michonne, Merle and Michonne, of course, were going back and forth the whole time. That was pretty awesome to see. 4 photos from that. And 3 more pictures. These are just random Star Wars, a lot of Star Wars costumes. Some of them I wish I got pictures of, but I only got a couple. So this is a picture of a guy dressed up as a Jedi and a female stormtrooper. The next one, this is actually was today, right before we left, as we're walking out. Freaking this crowd of people, when you hear this boop 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 boop, and you know it's R2-D2. Didn't expect what I saw. It was literally like movie freaking quality. I can't figure, we still couldn't figure out. We were looking all around for somebody controlling this thing, and it would move and span, and like if somebody says, you know, like, oh, they try to go to get a picture, it would turn like perfectly to line up. So it was, if somebody was in there, that was amazing. But here's a picture of it. And then I did get one with my son in R2-D2. Here's that picture. All right, and the last picture I have for Monster Mania 24, awesome weekend, was of 3 nurses, one of which is my friend, shout-outs, Claire. 3 nurses. I could not leave without taking a picture with them. Awesome costumes, girls, really awesome. My favorite characters from Silent Hill. Check this photo out.